Christians need to learn that being a Christian does not mean being soft. One of you, he translated what this guy he was saying to them in the in Skype. I don't understand what he was saying. He was saying to them as a translation, saying, "You could not handle me, so you brought a Christian prince." You see, he just said what his fear is. Well, if they cannot handle you, they brought a Christian prince. Is that the same reason you are running away because you cannot handle a Christian prince? They are a bunch of cowards. They target Christians who knows nothing about Islam. Those guys, they said, we know nothing. We have no idea what Islam is about. That's why he want to debate them about Islam, you know, because they know nothing about Islam. The major number of Christians, they have no idea what Islam is about. It doesn't matter really how much we teach and what we do. Still, they have no idea. And the reason for that in our churches, sadly, the priest, you know, our priest, they are just doing business. They go, you know, they do rituals, and they get paid for the ritual they do. There's no teaching, there's no real education. And then the Christian kid, he grew in this church, he learned nothing really. I mean, he learned how to say Our Father art of heaven, or they taught him how to say the rosary, but he don't know how to answer questions because he never been asked questions. So those, you know, those Filipinos, they are soft because their churches, they did not teach them how to stand up for the faith. They taught them how to do rituals, but no education, zero education. In the other hand, the Muslims, they are people who really do train their kids since an early age, since they are 5 years old, to attack the Christians and the Jews. So you have a person who grew up, he is maybe 30 years old now, but he know nothing about Islam. And you have a kid who in his 5th grade, he been taught how to attack Christianity. And you know, and most of people who claim to be Christians, they are really, many of them, they are shallow. Like here we have a person, he sent me a message in Skype. He is saying to me, I am from Sierra Leone, and Jesus covered his head. So, look how silly and stupid this in a conversation. This is the tradition. This is the Jewish tradition. So, what does that mean? So this is your education about Jesus. Now he covered his head. So what if he don't cover his head? Jesus is not Jesus no more. This is a tradition. So, you know, some people who claim to be Christians, they are shallow, they are naive, they have zero education, and when they try to educate themselves, they focus on silly stuff. Here we go. Jesus, he covered his head. Sometimes you ask yourself, what is the size of the brain of some people? How small it is, how big it is. Seriously. Muhammad, he used to use 3 rocks to clean his ass. Do you use 3 rocks to clean your ass? Do any Muslim use that? No. But if you want to focus on the silly stuff, you know, you can, you know. For us, we don't follow Jesus because he, you know, when he prayed, he spoke to the Father, he put the cover, or he did not. Who cares? And if it's once mentioned, doesn't mean that Jesus always is wearing a cover in his head. But even if he do, this is a traditional clothes in the Middle East. You see, traditional clothes in the Middle East, women they cover and men they cover for a very simple reason, because of the dust. Not like now you go and you jump in your car, or if you're in Philippines, you take the jeepney. This is have nothing to do with the religious things. The roads are ugly. Dust is everywhere. The transportation is donkeys and horses. So you can imagine. So people, they cover their head for a very simple reason, because if you don't, your hair will get so dirty, and people there, they don't take a shower every half hour. But if you are a silly person, you try to find a reason for it, like, covering your head. It must be for godly reason, My friend, God is the one who created you. And he created Adam and Eve without even clothing. No clothes. There's no cover for Eve. There's no cover for Adam. There's no even panty, no underwear. And God is fine with it, don't worry. He knew what he'd made for you. God is the one who made your private part, and he knew what you have there. So wearing some clothes, you are not hiding anything from him. I can say, like, okay, somebody want to go to pray in somewhere. It's not right to go inside a place of worship naked. But this is because the tradition, and because the way we are now. As an example, if a woman, she live in the jungles of Amazon, all the tribes are naked, all of them. Nobody wear any clothes. In this case, nobody see anyone naked. They don't see it because all of them, this is how they grow up. All their life, they are like this. So they don't see something strange there. But when everybody is wearing clothes, and then somebody come wearing something not what they wear, so nakedness will be can be seen as a huge. As an example, in Saudi Arabia, not long time ago, if a woman, she show her foot, it's a kind of a nakedness. Why? Because everybody wearing long dress, and she's not allowed to show. Women, they have to wear gloves. Even their fingers is nakedness. Today, that nakedness is gone. Saudi women, they are wearing bikini. They are fashion, girls. Even they go to, I saw in the news about some Saudi, they are being very, very, breaking all the traditions of anything in Saudi Arabia, posting pictures of them, they are naked, etc. When you are silly, silly things will come from your mouth. When you are wise, wise things will come from your mouth. And that's why Jesus said, it is not what go inside your mouth make you dirty, it what come from your mouth. Silly people, they focus in clothing or what goes inside your mouth. But in the same time, they are the most filthy people ever. The most hypocrite. And I can give you an example. As an example, let us say there is a woman, she is a hooker. She is a professionally, she do it for a living. A woman, she is a hooker. And the woman, she is practicing Islamic marriage. As an example, Zawaj friend. Zawaj friend. Okay, what is Zawaj friend? You marry a person, he is a friend, and you have sex with benefit. That's all. They call it Zawaj, so the police will not arrest them in Islamic countries. If they got them, if they get them having sex together, they will say, oh, you know what, we are married. Zawaj friend. What does that mean exactly? It's very simple. You have a girl, you want to sleep with her, but you don't want, you don't want any responsibility. You want just to have sex. You text her, do you want to meet today? For 2 hours, have some boom boom. You do boom boom. She go home, you go home. They have another zawaj, it's called zawaj al-misyar. You go on a vacation, you go to Indonesia, you don't want to take your wife with you, maybe she is heavy. So what do? You speak to an Indonesian Muslim girl, you say to her, can you marry me for 3 weeks? I will be here, so I can have boom boom according to Allah. So what the Muhammadan they do, they practice all kind of prostitution, and they claim at the end of the day, they put the word before the prostitution they do, they call it marriage. However, not to forget to give to attention that the prostitution in Islam is very illegal. There is no punishment in Islam for prostitution, in case you do not know. Even the Quran, you see the Muslims in the time of Muhammad, they become the biggest pimp ever, to the point there is a verse in the Quran speaking about it when the Muslim women, they start complaining that their husbands, they are forcing the slaves into prostitution. Muhammad did not say to them, shame on you. He never said this is against Allah teaching. He said, don't force your girls, and those girls are the slave girls. Don't force your girls into prostitution, to make money. If they decided to not to do so, so if they agree, it's okay. And if you force them, Allah is all merciful. Do you see it? This is the Quran. This is the Quran. So prostitution is very legal. It's part of the system, and it's part of making money. And sex slave business is always exists in Islamic religion, if we can call it a religion. If there is any Muslim, he claimed to be an ustaz, I accuse you, all of you, to be a valut vendor. You go to Saudi Arabia, you learn 2 Arabic words, you come to Indonesia or Philippines, and you learn how to say Assalamu alaikum, marhaba, kayfa haluk, and that will make you, supposedly, a sheikh. Like Sheikh Uthman, he do not know how to read the Quran. He called himself sheikh. Right? You don't mispresent us. Sabata, who? Aren't you the one who told me just two days ago that you are a Hindu? What happened to you? Now you're Christian, wouldn't get into dispute if you don't go sticking you nose in everything. Sabatu, I told you in the comment section, if you come back here again and you try to be stupid, I will eat some beef. I will buy a camera just for you. And I will make a beef steak. And I will hurt your feeling. I mean, you are the last one who can talk about dispute. People who worship rats. They have a temple for rats. Don't dispute, okay? Don't let dispute. Go worship rats. I mean, you people lost your mind. Rats. I never heard of somebody make a temple for rats and they think that rats are God. I mean, you see the Muslims, they worship a shin. I can't let it go. Allah have a nice ass. I can't let it go. They praise Muhammad as if he's God. I can let it go. They are very sexual, very violent. But you went farther. And you made rats God? I mean, how rats became gods? What happened? You have a temple even for dog. Temple for rat. And then you say, do you stick your nose in we stick our nose wherever we want, and what you can do about it? You want to say, you will call your rat God and he will come after me? Human being, sometimes you ask yourself, do a human being even have a brain? I'm serious. Do a human being have a brain? When I saw that first time in TV, I said to myself, what happened to the person who called himself a human? I mean, the rat, they live in a house covered by marble. They have milk, but children's, they cannot have milk, and they are dying from hunger in a very poor country. And then we convince people that this is those are gods. You know, I'm truly convinced, my friend. And look, this guy now, he is bending in front of Mr. Rat. He's praying to Mr. Rat. You know, do you see the rat down there? Look, the God is hard to be seen. So don't come here. You know, I think you are a Muslim, maybe, and you are trying to direct our topic to talk about the Hindus. But by the way, you and the Hindus and Muslim, they share a lot of stupid things together. Yeah, as an example, the God of Islam is the one who cannot resurrect people from death unless he use beef, the power of the cow. This is why the biggest chapter in the Quran is the chapter of the cow. Right? When the next debate will be with the Filipinos, my friend, did we have a first debate to have the second debate? They run away. They are potatoes. What second debate? They were never there to debate me. Yeah, so, you know, I like to see the Christian strong. If a Muslim, he shout at you, he try to intimidate you. This is the whole point. Islam is a religion based on intimidation. If they could not intimidate you by the sword, will we intimidate you by shouting? So the first thing you need to know, that you are a nice Christian, that's wonderful. But don't allow them to intimidate you. Put them in their place immediately. We have Mr. Adam. He is so upset, and he using the a-hole. Adam, Adam, why you are upset? Adam, you see, I'm a person. I promise always Muslim, whatever they say to me, I use it against Islam. And you are no exception. So look what Mr. Adam, he said to us. And now Adam, he will be sorry for that. He said, CP a-hole will twist everything to entertain his deluded guys. Okay, let me do some twist for you. I challenge you, Adam, to say I'm lying, that your prophet said that Shaitan, he take hair from your anus when you pray, and he don't stop until he see you fart, and he hear it, and he smell it. So, in other way, your prophet is saying that Adam, Mr. Adam, his a-hole is under the threat and under the attack of Satan. And here we notice that Satan don't attack the ears of the Muslims. He don't attack their brain, because they don't have, you know, Adam, obviously, he don't have a brain. So Satan, he cannot attack his brain because it's missing. So what we do? We attack his a-hole. Adam, do you accept my challenge, my friend, to show you the hadith and you read it to everybody? And you tell me how to explain it. Are you there? I never heard of religion speaking about conspiracy have to do with the anus. Even your anus is under threat. There's conspiracy. Here we go. He just said again, don't talk a crap. Let us talk about a crap then. Is it true that your prophet, when he pee or poo-poo, the earth open her mouth and swallow his crap and his poo-poo? Adam, I told you, anything you say to me, I will bring you a story, will make you look like a dummy. Is it true what you Muslim you say, that when your prophet, he sat down to do poo-poo, and when the poo-poo coming down to the ground, before it touched the ground, the earth opened her mouth and she ate the poo-poo of Allah? Yes or no, Adam? I challenge you to say you're a liar. Just say it. So anything you say to me, this is why they don't dare to debate me, because anything they say, I will show them something. I mean, what kind of a religion, this religion? They are worshiping even the poo of Muhammad. Why the earth is swallowing the poo of Muhammad? Any Muslim can explain to us, is it so yummy? Is it really so yummy? Did you taste it? How you know? You guys, you were watching it? Like when Muhammad, he said, and the poop is coming, you Muslims are laying down in the ground, looking at the miracle? Huh? Why you don't call me Adam? What do you think? Actually, even when Muhammad, he received the first, he received the Quran, the Al-Fatiha, not the first chapter, Al-Fatiha, which is the first chapter today in the Quran today. He received the Quran when he was doing poo-poo. Can you believe it? Each time Muhammad, he go out to do poo-poo, the angel Jibreel appeared to him. Not he don't appear by showing him, but he talk. This is chapter 1, and the Muslim, they try to make it look nicer. Let us see, Asbab al-Nuzul. The book of Asbab al-Nuzul. Asbab al-Nuzul in Arabic means the reason for the verse to come down. It says here that each time the Messenger of Allah, he come out, and in Arabic it says tabarraza. Tabarraza is meant to do shit, excuse my language. So each time he go out to do shit, he hear a voice whenever he went out, but they don't, you see the translation, the cover, they did not say he went out to do what. What do you mean whenever? It says tabarraza. So whenever he went out to do shit, he used to hear someone calling him, "Oh Muhammad." And what Muhammad he do? He flee. A sign of a mental illness. If the angel is talking to Muhammad, why Muhammad is running? You tell me. But maybe because Muhammad now is really scared because he is doing poo-poo. That can explain more. Somebody saying about the poo-poo. Let me show you the reference. Yeah, the poo-poo, you know, the poo-poo of the Prophet disappear immediately. This is just an example of many books. The book of Imta'ul Isma' to the Al-Maqarizi, volume number 5, page number 302. And I will translate to you, I will use Google translation. It says, يا عائشة أما علمت أن الله أمر الأرض أن تبتلع ما خرج من الأنبياء? Oh Aisha, don't you know that whatever come from the prophets, that Allah, he ordered the earth to swallow it? And then here it says, from Sa'ad and Aisha, she said, "Oh Rasulullah, you are going to do shit, but we don't see any of your shit." Al-adha here means shit. Muhammad, he said, "Oh Aisha, don't you know that the earth swallow what come out from the prophets, so you cannot see anything of it?" And then she continued here saying, Aisha, that إذا دخل الغائط دخلت في إثره. So when he go inside, to do poo-poo, I go after him and I don't see anything, and I smell only very nice smell. Let us translate, the page. And, this is Google translation, and this is a Muslim website. So the Muhammadan, they cannot say, oh, he's making things up, you see. Here it says Shia library, by the way, but this does not mean that the book is a Shia book. This is Shia library. Have all Islamic books, Sunni, Shia, whatever. So enjoying listening. The name of the book, Enjoying Listening. Okay? By the Imam al-Maqarizi. Volume number 5, page number 302. And you will see the rest here about how Muhammad, when he entered the toilet, when she come after him, nothing. She say nothing. She so asking, translation is not coming very good. So like when I come after you come out from the toilet after doing poo, I don't see anything there. So the prophet, he says, don't you know that the Allah, he ordered the earth to swallow what come out of the prophets? And then here again, they are repeating the same thing about Muhammad. They are asking, how come Aisha, she is saying, how come when you do shit, we cannot find your shit? And actually, she said in the end here that when I go after him, I don't find his shit, yet I can smell a perfume. Well, for sure, the anus of a Prophet Muhammad is very, very holy, you know, and that can be explained because it's a special anus, you know. So the guy, he don't do shit like us. His shit is like, you know, the earth, he swallow it because the earth is, you know, I mean, there is. Imagine you are in the earth and the Prophet himself now dumping his dump. I mean, the earth cannot wait for that, you know. This is your books. Are we making things up? We are showing the reference. We are showing, you know, let me pause the link actually. I will shorten the link in a second and I will post it for you. You can use Google Translation from your side and you can save it to your reference. This is why those Mohammedan don't dare to debate me, because whatever they say, they are going to be, you know, people will laugh at them. Anything you say to me. This is the link. You can use Google Translation from your side if you don't believe me. And this is a very Islamic website. And again, the books there doesn't mean that they are Shia book. This is Shia library, a huge internet library for Islamic books, for Sunni, Shia, all kind of Islamic sect. Yeah. Anyway, but you know, I mean, the funny is, when Jesus was healing the blind, Muhammad was making miracle with shit. This is what they are proud about. The Prophet shit. We showed you in the other day the Muslim fighting over the poo of Aisha. Not poo of Aisha, sorry. Poo of the camel of Aisha. I wish it was Aisha. Do we have any Muhammadan? He wanna exchange some balut for knowledge? Who is an ustaz? Who is an ustaz? He called himself ustaz. And he wanna share with us some balut. Anu Domoni, he is saying, Christian Prince fan channel, have you made CP your idol in the place of Jesus in your heart? Do you love Muslims? Who are you? Who are deceived? CP is just a man doing what he believes God called him to. So, Mr. Anu, as long you know that Jesus is doing what CP doing what Jesus or God called him to do, why you are saying the Christian, they make me idol? Are you? I mean, where those people come from? I want to know where those people coming from. Do you know, made the CP an idol? Don't come here, you know. Next time, come with your parents, idiot. Why do you see people bowing down, calling me God? Do you see I'm posting a picture of me? I have wings. What's wrong with this dummy people? I mean, you see, sometimes I ask myself, did really God created those people? Sometimes they sound like they are counterfeit of a human being. Christian Prince fan. Did you make Christian Prince an idol for you? You forget what Jesus did to you? All what we do here is to prove that Jesus is God, and that dummy you. And they are the same too. So they are coming here for knowledge. What does this have to do with making me idol? Don't get married, okay?